Oh, you know what? I wanted to address this for a few different reasons actually. So this guy who was wearing the headdress, like he's obviously disconnected for him to think it was appropriate to wear it, and the racism in Alberta is really bad. So, in Alberta, a lot of like my old high school friends and such, even family would be like, well, you're not one of those natives. And so a lot of us learned to mask and to, be a part of this society being like, no, I'm native, but I'm not like, that kind of native. And that was something that I was like literally taught during the Oka crisis was that, oh no, I'm not that kind of native. And so it really trained us how to white code in this world. And that's really dangerous. And of course, now I'm going to be spending the rest of my life healing from that. And the bigger problem with Alberta, because we are so racist and refuse to admit it and refuse to have cultural services, a guy like that, now he's just, really upset because he he tried to show his pride for his team, thinking all these people that are like, well, you're not one of those natives, will accept him and help him. But they don't. That's the whole thing. And so I don't know what he did on his TikTok to, elicit having to be fired. But like in Calgary, for folks who listen to my podcast, I talk about 31% of Calgarians, racial Calgarians, cannot find suitable work because of racism. And so this guy's going to be like in a lot of trouble from all of this crap. And we don't have like real services to help him. I remember when I first came to Calgary in the 90s and I went to the Friendship Center and I was not made to feel welcome in any capacity. And then, I watched the different locations of the friendship centers, etc. And that like there's not a place to heal. And there's certainly not like, social workers or counselors on hand, like at the office that are like there to help lost natives. That's not a reality in Canada and it's not a reality in Alberta. So I actually feel really bad for that guy from the bottom of my heart. I just, I wish somebody would have taught him because, even myself, if I was 20 and I had access to money, maybe instead of scuba diving, I would have been that guy. Who knows? So that's why, like, I want to make it clear, like, when I'm trying to have fun at the expense of Oilers because I can, as a Flames fan who's been mistreated by them for decades, that's one thing. But on the other side, like, I would never wish that on that guy. The opposite, I just know he's a disconnected native from his culture who's going to experience systemic racism the rest of his entire life and not have help for it because we don't want to do that. We're like committed to genocide, right? We're committed to policies of genocide and to inflict trauma on guys like that. So that just sucks. And I'm sorry to hear that.